Yo, what is up, everybody? How the fuck are we doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Bean Dip Podcast. Thank you guys for joining me again. Yeah, we're fucking doing it. We're alive. We're out here. You know, this life, you go through different phases. First you're born. Then you're having sex, and all of a sudden you're in debt with a bad credit score. It's a tough life, but we're getting through it. We're doing our best, and that's you can't ask for more than that, and even if your best is your worst, fuck it, bro. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just a whack ass person, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the best time to feel like you're always right, is in the car. I'm talking about road rage, people. How many of us have it? I think out of 100% of the human population, 99.9999% people have it. There's probably like somebody out there who just doesn't give a fuck. They let people cut them off, fucking, hit and runs. They probably got a shitty car and they're just like, no, it's all good. That was my bad. There's probably that one person, and, hopefully they die soon, because they're the ones clogging up the lanes, in the fastest lane, going fucking 60. Everybody knows minimum speed in the fastest lane is 80. If you're not going 80, get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you, one of those little pickup trucks that are transporting metal? Get in the fucking slower lanes, bro. Your car can only go 65. I don't know. I get it. Sometimes it could be hectic, the road rage. You raise your voice. You actually seem visibly pissed. You know what I mean? But, dude, to be honest, and I'm speaking to you ladies, I'm speaking to you guys. I'm sure there's some, there's some men that don't agree with road rage, but it feels good, man. I can't explain it, but, when someone's just being an idiot on the road and you point it out and get pissed about it, that's a drug right there, baby. I can't explain it, and you'll be doing it throughout the whole time driving. Oh, look at this fucking asshole. I love it, and I think if you're like about to be in an argument with somebody, I think you should practice it in the car. As if the cars outside in traffic are the person you're going to argue with. You'll probably come up with the best points, the best arguments in that car. Whenever somebody doesn't put on their blinker, you just be like, see, that was I don't know, dude. Fuck, I'm not even the arguing type. But if I was in my car, I would win every debate. Yeah. My girlfriend doesn't like when I get pissed, It's very easy for me to get pissed while I'm driving. She thinks I'm stressing out, but I'm not stressing out. Maybe a little, let's be honest, maybe a tiny bit. I could just be in a rush. Is that stressing out when you're in a rush? Yeah, huh? You're feeling like you're late. What? You're feeling like, yeah, you're late. I'm sure that's frustrating, so I guess she's right. But it's nothing detrimental, you know what I mean? The guy doesn't even have to be in my lane, and I'm going to call it out, He could be 3 lanes down, and I'll still be, you fucking idiot, I don't know. I remember this one time. It was pretty fucking funny. I think I was entering on a freeway, It was on a freeway ramp, and it's like one of those huge turns, like those ramps that is just like a big like turn. Fuck, sorry guys if I'm coughing. I just smoked a bowl right before starting the episode. Fuck. And like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think some guy was behind me, and I might have switched lanes or something, but he was able to go past me, and it wasn't even like a huge deal. But I see this dude's fucking hand go up in there and just flipping me off, and I'm just like, oh my god, this motherfucker, dude. And I got so pissed. I kind of wanted to like, tailgate his ass. You know what I mean, just to harass him. But I was just like, nah, fuck it, let this asshole go, because my exit was right there. I'm not gonna fucking go 80 miles per hour for like one, at a 1 mile stretch. I mean, I could, but that's like if I was already driving that speed. Anyway, I get pissed, dude. I mean, maybe that you can catch me on a day when I'm not driving where I won't get pissed, but I can't help but to drive at a certain speed. I'm not the kind of person that drives at speed limit, Unless I don't know where I'm going or where I'm at. I mean, but how do you not know at this point? There's Google Maps, people. How the fuck are we getting lost at this point? So I don't know. But yeah, I just do. And yeah, I guess yeah, I enjoy driving fast. It's not like I'm driving hella crazy fast either. Like I said, like fastest lane, I'll be like at 80 miles per hour. And sometimes the speed will it'll jump in between like 80 and 90. I've never gotten in an accident on the freeway. I don't know why, but an accident on the freeway seems like scary, I've had accidents in just like the regular streets, but... And see, that's the difference though. Like when it comes to like residential areas or like, like just where businesses are, I'm not speeding down where pedestrians are at. Like most of these like areas are like, 40 miles per hour. Dude, I'll go 40, 45. I'll bounce it in between there or go 45. I mean, unless I'm trying to beat a light, then it's like 60, but so yeah, I mean, and that there's a difference like that too. I think like when it comes to those areas, where it's like a 40 mile per hour area, there's going to be pedestrians, crosswalks, all that. There's no need to have road rage in those areas. There's a fucking shitload of lights. There's stop signs. I know some people fucking want to use their goddamn like horn all the time. And like there's always great purpose, to use a horn, but I've experienced where you're at a turning lane or maybe even just at a light, I was going to say the turning section on the light, but you just in general on the light where it'll literally just turn green and someone honks. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, calm the fuck down, bro. We're literally having to go from 0 to 40 without looking like we're stepping on the fucking gas, So road rage on like those areas, yeah, I don't entirely get either. I don't get pissed on the streets. The streets I can cruise on. Sometimes, there's just too much going on. On the freeway, you're passing like a large area, one city to get to the other, or maybe just the streets are so far apart from each other, you need the freeway. So I don't know. I personally, I I'm down for road rage. You know, I know it could be like toxic and dangerous, but there's just, I think there's only two kinds of drivers. There's people who are trying to get somewhere, and then there's people who are driving. Just, I don't know what they're doing. They're just driving. They're barely going the speed limit. I don't fucking know. But I do endorse it, and next time if we're driving and you flip me off, I might tailgate your ass, and you'll see me screaming in your fucking rearview mirror. But I totally understand. I totally get it. It's a good thing. Well, I mean, California is different now with those gun rights or the gun laws, right? I don't know. I haven't really looked any of this up, but people are saying they're gonna allow open carry, and it's like that in California. Fuck, we're gonna turn into Texas real quick. Real fucking quick. We're gonna be fucking back in the wild, wild west. Fucking horses and guns and cowboys. I don't know. Fuck you. I don't know I don't even know where I'm going with all this anyway. Stupid ass road rage. I did mushrooms. I did mushrooms recently, which was cool. I haven't done that shit in a long ass time. It's been like I want to say at least 6 years, and it wasn't even a lot. We went to my cousin's boyfriend's birthday party, and it was at their house, and it was cool. We were there. We showed up, and we're playing like a drinking game, and my cousin gives me, my girlfriend, and my other cousin, she gives us mushrooms. I split one with my girlfriend. She gets the stem. I got the cap. And then my cousin, he took the whole mushroom. And, I've taken mushrooms before. I've taken like a good portion amount before. Like I think the most I've ever taken at once was an eighth. And, after this last time I tripped out, like, dude, how the fuck could I have ever done that? It's a shitload. Because this, surprisingly, this cap got me pretty good. I thought it was going to be like barely, maybe even anything. But it got me pretty good. And it was nice, man. It was just a cool little feeling. A little trippy, not too trippy. I was able to like be present, because, man, there are some times where like you're doing mushrooms and, dude, it is, it's a lot. I've been in fetal positions after like almost a couple hours in, just tripping balls, But yeah, so this one, it was pretty cool. I was surprised at how strong it was, because like I said, I think the least I've ever taken, and it gave me it got me pretty good. It must have been like 2 stems and a cap, or 2 caps and a stem, some shit like that. And this one was just a cap. And it was crazy because the whole night I thought everybody was on mushrooms, but it was literally just the 3 of us. So there's like this girl that was playing video games for a while, and I was just tripping out on her. I was like, damn, like it has unlocked her video game fucking, player, within herself and shit. I was tripping on it, but like literally we were the only ones, so I didn't find that out till like the end of the night. My girlfriend's stomach was hurting, and I was like tripping that she was tripping on mushrooms while her stomach was hurting. That was a little stressful. She's all fucking her throat, trying to make herself vomit. It's like, oh my God. don't do it anymore. You know, we went for a walk. That was nice, just being outside. You know, and it's so funny, like, cause like with mushrooms, you know, a lot of people always think that you're gonna like hallucinate and like see like things that shouldn't be there. Basically, you know, you're just gonna see an elephant out of nowhere. You're gonna, you know, some bullshit like that. But it's like it's never like that, you know. But you know, despite that, you know, being true, it's still cool to look at shit. You know, like if you look at like I was looking at a bunch of shit and I was looking at shadows, and you know, if you just look at the shadows, they, you know, even though they're moving, and I know why they're moving, because you know it's like the leaves blowing in the wind, it looks cool, you know. I mean, even if you've never taken like hallucinogenic, even if say you've taken ecstasy or Molly, you know, obviously if you're sober, those fucking stupid lights on people's fingertips aren't gonna trip you out. You know, they're gonna be doing that in front of your face, and you're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, that's hurting my eyes. You know? But obviously if you're on ecstasy, it's gonna be like, oh my fucking god, your eyes are cross-eyed, you're drooling at the mouth. You know, it's a whole different thing. So that's the thing with mushrooms, is like, although you know like why it's doing it, it's still pretty neat to look at. Like, we're walking by some bushes, and just the way they were shaped, you know, it kind of looked like they're reaching out towards you, you know. And it's just, those are little things that like it's cool to do, I think, when you're tripping, you know, when you're just trying to have a good time. You can like play with the thoughts of like what your imagination is thinking, because you can see it, you know. And my girlfriend, she was talking about like other ways of experiencing like mushrooms, like, you know, maybe more of like within yourself, you know what I mean, probably like some kind of inner type of growth or knowledge or something like that. And you know, I'm sure that that's a way I've never experienced, where like, you know, I think, you know, maybe when I was younger there was a lot more like self-discovery to be like, you know, searched, and I think still to this day there is. It'd probably just be about digging deeper, you know. But on mushrooms, yeah, I think the main thing with mushrooms is like, I'm not trying to like really get too tripped out, you know what I mean. Most of the time it's, I'm doing it and we're gonna have a good time, you know. It'd be wild, right? Just like anytime you that's like kind of like not punishing, but imagine they discipline people that way. Like, you have to take some mushrooms and go stand in that, like as a little kid, take this mushroom, eat it, now go stand in that corner for an hour. That'll build some fucking self-growth, huh? And be like, why the fuck am I here, dude? Like, I'm just facing this corner, you know. The corner's gonna be breathing with you. It's like, fuck. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's still worth doing, because it's still interesting. Like, I have this comedian friend he'll go up on stage, and sometimes he'll, or not, I don't know how often, but there's been several times where I've seen him, he goes up while he's on mushrooms. And there's another comedian I know, she does that too every now and then. And you know, I trip out, because it's like, what's the psychology within that part, you know, where when you don't hear laughs, do you get nervous? How does it feel to be, I mean, I think I still know what it feels to be nervous when you're on mushrooms, because the whole thing alone is like, you know, it's you're just wondering what's gonna happen, you know, until it happens. But either way, so it's that part. So I sometimes I wonder if it's on that level of like psychoactivity, in your brain when you're really like, say you're on mushrooms and you're really kind of like breaking barriers within yourself and like kind of finding yourself out on another level. Like what kind of level are you finding on mushrooms, I think when it comes to like hallucinogenics, it's not like where it's like it's where you're talking to a therapist. You know what I mean? I think it's like basically unlocking your mind. I think it's a different kind of um, growth, maybe. I, I, I'm not sure what it is, but there's, I guess they've tested it, and it comes out that like mushrooms helps decrease anxiety and depression. You know, um, and the way I understand that is like, so, I know a lot of people that have not done mushrooms, acid, any of that stuff because they're afraid of either what might go through their head, how they're gonna react to it, are they gonna look stupid, what's gonna happen. So I think all that uh, fear about what could possibly happen, once you experience the mushrooms. So I think I was trying to tell that to people that the other night. I was saying, I think the thing about mushrooms is like, yeah, you go into this kind of this madness kind of. It's not madness where you're like, you can't handle it, but like it. Either way, you let's just continue the idea just for the sake of what I'm gonna say. The mushrooms. You're gonna take the mushrooms. You venture into this. Let's call it a psychedelic madness. Just to make it sound cool. You venture into this psychedelic madness. And whether you find any truths within that or not, cool, whatever not. But the best thing about it is coming out of it. Because I think when you come out of it, it's like a it's like a recognition that you've conquered something. You're still here. You made it. And I think that can go a long way. When it comes to, like like the things that you're afraid about. Oh, do I look stupid? Do I sound stupid? Like, am I thinking things that I don't want to think, and this and that, So once you see that, hey, I actually do have some control of what I'm thinking, even though I'm tripping, that's like an enlightenment after. You know what I mean? Maybe that means I can actually control what I think when I'm sober. I'm not saying that all this is like this is just my take on it. Why I think it may help decrease depression and anxiety. But it was fun. We did it at the party. It was nice, dude. Just joking around with everybody. I love like just joking around on that shit. Because I feel like whenever it comes to like the jokes, I don't want to sound like arrogant or like I'm gloating or like boasting about what I'm saying, but I feel like the jokes are more cerebral, if that makes more sense, or if that makes any sense. I don't even know I've tried looking what that word means, because I've heard people say that before. Oh, that's so cerebral, but kind of like like check this out. So we were on a walk. It was me, my cousin, my girlfriend, and there's some grass. It looked real nice, and my cousin points it out, and we're talking about like, walking on it with just barefooted, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit right now, and I was wearing sandals. Oh, last episode, the argument, fuck the Crocs, I was wearing sandals. Anyway, and I took them off, and I took some steps in the grass, and I was like, holy shit, and they both look at me, and I'm like, it feels like fucking grass, like, whoa, and like, it's so funny because I try to say it again when I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and it just didn't seem as funny saying it again, but at that moment, it just made so much sense that it was hilarious, and I think that's the way, like, the joking goes when it comes to being on mushrooms and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it was a good time, man, and stood up most of the night. I think I only had like 3 hours of sleep that night. And then I had to go to work in the morning, which wasn't bad. I woke up feeling, I guess, also the thing with, what I noticed, the time when I've taken acid too, and I guess this time with mushrooms, it kind of like blocks you from feeling drunk. I think I took like 5 shots maybe of mezcal, and I had maybe like 4 beers, and I did not feel drunk. I didn't feel buzzed. I felt like up. I don't know how alert, but I just felt awake. Not until we went to sleep and woke up. That's when I kind of felt the alcohol. I was just like, fuck, just feeling it. Yeah, so that was a trip too. I think the thing that I could tell with how trippy these were like with other times when I've taken mushrooms, sometimes, yeah, you could see things breathing with you. You kind of get like this wavy feeling more. Like there's way more in the beginning. You feel wavy, and sometimes you can kind of, I don't know, see the waves or whatever. I'm not sure. And there's even times where I've seen vibrations, and they'll glow. Yeah, but I've never seen a pink elephant out of nowhere. Or a flying fucking pig, or an elf, some kind of gnome. It's fucking ridiculous, That'd be fucking crazy, bro. I think that wouldn't even be the mushrooms. Like, bro, that has been you forever, dude. You're seeing things that are not there. I don't think it's the mushrooms, buddy. You might be schizo. How long you've lasted out here, I don't know. I've heard of people eating so much acid or whatever that I guess they went crazy from it, and they thought they were like a cup of orange juice. And that supposedly when he was in the hospital or whatever, like the mental place, I guess he was like nervous about people tipping him over and spilling him. Like, what the fuck? Bro, that's a good trip, bro. That is a good trip. If I could fucking, trip out of something that I'm not, like, what would I be? I'll be a trampoline. You know what I mean? Like, jump on me. Or what else would be cool to be that you could trip out? Or something that, like, is cool to be, but, like, it has a very vulnerable thing about it. I don't know. Taking too long to think, but... I mean, see, you can't make that shit up, dude. Like... You know what I mean? Like, that's hard for me to come up with something that's cool like that, like a cup of orange juice. It's amazing. I think the coolest thing that I've kind of like, when it comes to like a self, and like, not self. Why do I want to say self so much? A self. Like a thought that I had about, who we might be or what we are in that sense. I kind of thought of Dr. Manhattan in the Minutemen. Like, we're all just basically that blue guy. We're not naked, but we're energy, and that would be everything, like, kind of like if you were to look through like the what's it, the thermoscopes, kind of, where it just shows like the temperature of images. That's what anything is. It's just all these different shapes, different temperatures. I don't know. Maybe if I take enough magic mushrooms, I'll fucking turn into a Christian. You know. I wonder if you take enough mushrooms, can you turn an atheist into a believer? Imagine. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'm telling you, the first time I took, when it wasn't the first time. I don't know when it was, what time it was, but when I took it, I literally, when that thought came to my head, I literally said out loud, "Wow, there is no God." So maybe, it's a stretch saying it could turn you into a Christian. But then again, see, it's like, obviously mushrooms, and I always tell this to people, don't ever ask people about their, how mushrooms affected them, because everybody's different. You're going to have your own trip, and it's just best to, go with an open mind and just experience it for what it is. I think we want to try them again soon. I'm gonna have to hit some people up. What? And they're fucking in chocolates now, bro. Just give me the raw mushroom. I don't care if they taste like fucking paper, or cow shit. I want the raw shit, dude. I don't want it fucking watered down with chocolate and sugar, bro. That's the new thing these days. People just they can't take the flavor, so they're gonna be like, "Can I have it with my ice cream? Can you put it in my fucking vanilla ice cream? I want those mushrooms, and I don't want to taste them." Fucking pussies, bro. Jesus. It's so weird, talking about like, doing mushrooms and having a good time, at my cousin's party. Mind you, I didn't spend any money, okay? I've been fucking dealing with being broke as fuck, trying to climb out of this hole again. I think I had talked about it at one point where I was like, I was saying, yeah, I got out of it, I'm doing good, but back in it. Yeah, and yesterday, like, we need to eat some food, and so I was like, fuck. So I literally emptied all my piggy banks, shout out to anybody who still has a piggy bank these days, emptied it all out, and my girlfriend, she emptied hers out too, and together it came to $71, okay? And no, look, if you're gonna fucking show up somewhere, anywhere, to buy something and you pay with a shitload of coins, fuck you, bro. Okay? Fuck you. I would never stoop that low. You know, that's a low ass person, bro. They might be tied with, people who, get pleasure out of deep cleaning every day, You know those assholes that are fucking vacuuming at 1 a.m? Yeah, those guys are tied. Those the clean freaks and the people that pay with coins. Fuck you guys, okay? There should be a fucking separate prison just for your kind, alright? So obviously we have more decency than that. So we're thinking like, fuck, we either gotta go to the bank and separate everything ourselves, or say, fuck it, go to Coinstar. And, it's a tougher decision than you think, because on the one hand, you're doing all the coin things yourselves, for the bank, which means you're not going to lose any money. And they'll exchange it right into dollar bills, The thing about Coinstar is you don't have to do all the work. You just dump all your fucking change in there, and you're going to have to pay. So what I read right there, what it said is, not only is it going to charge you 25 cents, but it's going to charge a 12.5% fee of your total what the fucking coins are. And it's like, fuck, bro. The price for convenience can be fucking annoying, dude. 71 bucks. I managed to scrape up 71 bucks of change, and these bitches take $10. They fuck me for $10, okay? Bro, Coinstar. How about you take something away from me that I can't see or use right directly in front of me? Take my rights for all I care. I can't see that. I'll never know till it happens. Don't take my fucking hard-earned, scraped up change that I've been saving for 2 years. You fucks. 10 fucking dollars? Take my land. I don't give a fuck. Don't take my fucking... Don't tax me for the change I scraped up. Nobody takes their change to a bank. People take their change to a bank. But you see the dilemma? I have too much change to put in those little sleeves myself. It takes too much time. I'm not going to spend fucking 2 hours to put $71 of coins in sleeves. I'm going to go to Coinstar and get raped for $10. You're a bastard, Coinstar, but I appreciate your service. It's very, very capitalistic in your nature, It's a great idea, Great idea. Whoever created the Coinstar. This dude is fucking robbing poor people, bro. My God. There's bums that are trying to just get a beer with their last $5, and they have it all in change, and that Coinstar is gonna take $2 fucking dollars. Amazing invention, bro. It's the best, So with that $61, we made food, spent Look, I'm just gonna show you how sick we are. You know what I mean? We're sick people. When it comes to survival, it's like, poor me. But we literally spend $10 on food, and I actually didn't spend extra on tomatoes because we had some, and then come to find out they're fucking bad tomatoes, and we're like, fuck it, we're starving. So $10 on food, and fucking $50 on weed. Yeah, that's right. I said it, you know. We will die without weed. Can you hear me? If I'm not smoking high, if I'm not fucking high, I don't care. I'll starve, bro. I will fucking skip out on taking a shower if it means smoking a blunt for that next day. Sorry, son, you either take a shower or you smoke this blunt. Well, looks like I'm passing on a good smelling asshole, you know? I'm about to be high as shit, everybody. That is right, you know. I mean, it was great. I mean, we ate tostadas. It was with, and look, to be honest, this is where I'm really actually boasting and toting my shit. I don't even know what the right fucking term is because it's such a fucking old school ass phrase or whatever. I'm fucking gloating here. Is that the right word? Gloating? My cooking is fucking good, all right, bro? So we had some bean tostadas with lettuce and some fucking moldy ass tomatoes, and I made it fire, all right? You couldn't even taste the mold, all right? Fucking bomb. I don't even know where I was getting at. See, that's how you know I was fucking bragging, because I just lost my goddamn point. But we had that, and you know what? You know what else we had? Fucking weed, bro. You know what that means? Watching a movie, bro. You know what that means? That movie's probably better than it should be because we're high, man. Not only did I buy weed, but you also buy your time. I bought 2 hours of an experience. How about that? You know, people don't think about these things. We were watching this movie called Saint Maud. That's a good movie, man. It was a good fucking movie. And like, you know, I compared it as I was watching it to Midsommar. And I don't know if you guys never seen it, but either way, Midsommar's a good movie too, you know. But I think they were going based on the same kind of goal, where you're trying to trip people out on these customs that these religious people do. And I think when it came down to it, Saint Maud, that one captured it 100%. Where I feel like in some places, Midsommar tried too hard, you know, and may have actually made, like, I don't know, like it was different movies, but I think Saint Maud, they got it down. It's basically this nurse, and they don't really give you her full story either. You know, they kind of leave you in the dark about her, just constantly wondering who she is and what she's gonna do. And I guess she's nursing this lady who was a dancer, a world famous dancer, and you know, she's really religious. Like extremely religious, where she feels like she will feel the spirit of God or Jesus. I don't know what she's feeling, which one it is. And like, I think ends up getting an orgasm from the spirit. You know, her face, her eyes get all fucking huge. Her mouth opens up wide, and it's pretty alarming, you know? It's like, what the fuck? So she's experiencing that, and she's also very devout, you know? Like there's a scene where she's trying to get back his presence, and I think his acceptance of God or whatever, his love. And she creates this little pad for her shoe where there's nails popping out for her to be walking on in her shoes. And for a scene, she's walking through the city just on those like tacks, those thumbtacks or whatever, and it's for God. And the thing about the whole movie, it's basically like everything that she's seen and believing in and experiencing, the movie portrays it's going on only something that she can see. It's experiencing only in her head. Whereas outside of that, nobody sees that, And the ending is intense. I'm not going to say what it is, but it was awesome. I thought it was good. I thought they nailed it on, just why would... Because it's that question, like, damn, why are they doing that? Why is she doing that? What the fuck? What's the point? And it's like, really, she's doing all these things to be in God's good praise, to get him to save her own soul or for her to be one with God or something, Where, like, I think in Midsommar, it was like, yeah, why are they doing this? I don't get this. And it never really gets resolved, or, like, there's no kind of, like, understanding of really what that group was all about. It just ends with the girl kind of being the queen of them. Like, I don't know. It was still a great movie, but I definitely recommend Saint Maud. Yeah, great movie. But yeah, man, it was dope. And yeah, we're faded. I'm still high today, so it's nice, But yeah, I don't know. I think that's it for today, guys. I forgot to mention it ahead of the podcast. I have a show coming up on the 24th. It's going to be at Haha's. I don't know the details yet, but as always, keep an eye out on my Instagram. I'm always going to be posting shit up. Shows might come through even before. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm just kind of dealing with how my schedule's working out so far, trying to get the goals done that I'm trying to get done. But yeah, so yeah, check it. I think the show is going to be called The Ugly Baby Comedy Show, I believe. So just give me another week on the info with it. We'll see how it's going to go, but yeah, thank you guys for listening again. Started off rough, ended off great. Yeah, and catch you guys next time. Love you guys. Thank you. Peace.